Hi, this is Teaching for Women. So, I wanted to share with you that, you hear a lot of people say the Bible is 100% true, right? Yeshua said a lot of things in that Bible that is true. His disciples asked him, "What is the sign when he's going to return?" And he told them, "Don't be deceived. The Bible tells you the whole world will be deceived, except for the very elect." And it's 100% true. There's over 46,000 different denominations stemming off of the Roman Catholic Church that are all deceived. Why? Because they've all turned the grace of God into lasciviousness. This is Jude chapter 1 verse 4. Do you know what lasciviousness is? You can look it up in the Strong's Concordance. It's unbridled lust, wantonness, shamelessness. You can give in to your lust and your sin, your covetousness, and when you come before the Lord, you can be shameless in it because you have undeserved favor. Turning His grace into lasciviousness. They all have, because the grace of God that has appeared to all men, not just a select few. It doesn't say, oh, it's only appeared to men that believe. No, it's appeared to all men. It was a free gift from Jehovah, given when His Son sacrificed Himself to all men, every person of this world, our conscience. Grace is G5485 in the Strongs. It means especially a divine influence upon your heart, His conviction. You can sear your conscience with a hot iron. That's what Scripture says. And it says in Titus 2, it teaches you to deny sin, ungodliness, which is sin, and lusts of this world, the opposite of lasciviousness. So you can live soberly, which is without pride, and righteously, which is Yeshua's first and great commandment He gave us. In Matthew 22, to love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. He was quoting verbatim Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 5 through 25. To love God with all your heart, soul, and mind means to keep the commandments. Keep them in your heart. Teach them to your children when they rise up, when they walk by, when they lie down. Bind them on your hand. Verse 25 of that chapter, and it will be your righteousness to do and keep all those commandments as Jehovah has commanded. Yeshua told us in 2 John chapter 1, I didn't write a new commandment unto you, woman, but one from the beginning, and to love one another and walk in the commandments. This is the commandment that you have heard from the beginning, and to walk into the commandments. He never gave us new commandments, and His grace is an unmerited favor. He gave us His grace, His divine influence on our hearts, so we can turn away from sin and keep His righteousness, His Son's first commandment, what was prophesied for Him to do. Yeshua told us in John chapter 5, go search the Scriptures, for in them you'll find your salvation. It was what was written of Him. He tells you if you don't believe what Moses wrote of Him, you will not believe what He tells you. Moses wrote in Deuteronomy 18, verse 15 through 19, that Jehovah would rise up a prophet from amongst them of thy brethren unto thee, and give them what they desired at Horeb. the rock of Horeb, which was the life-giving water. That parable he told the Samaritan woman at the well about. Exodus 17, they thirsted for water. They thirsted and murmured to Moses for water. They desired water to drink. He smote the rock, and the life-giving water was given. Deuteronomy chapter 4 through 6 tells you what was given at the rock of Horeb with Jehovah's voice. Deuteronomy chapter 5 verse 23, he gave the 10 commandments with his voice at the rock of Horeb. His covenants they agreed to keep and added no more. But immediately after they agreed to that contract at Horeb, when Moses was up on the mountain to receive that contract, they gathered around Aaron in Exodus 32 and had him make a golden calf, the same calf they used to worship in Egypt, and transgressed. Then they were given the sacrificial law, the 600 and some laws that Moses wrote in a book, until it was finished, a period of time until it was finished, until Galatians 3:19, that seed should come which the promise was made. Yeshua was prophesied to end sacrificial law and refresh the holy covenant at Horeb, what Jehovah originally wanted, so they would be his people and he would be their God, and they would be set apart from the other nations, holy and wise, righteous. And he did that with his first commandment that he gave us. We have to keep the 10 commandments. And that includes his Sabbath. His Sabbath didn't change. And Yeshua actually rose on the Sabbath. Daniel chapter 9, he confirmed the covenant with many for 1 week and ceased sacrifice midweek. He gave the Pharisees the sign of Jonah. He would be in the earth 3 days and 3 nights. And when Mary and the other Mary came to the sculpture in Matthew 28, it was at the end of the Sabbath before the first dawning of the day, the first day of the week. And he was already gone. Sabbath is dawn Saturday to dawn Sunday. He rose on the Sabbath as he said he would, dying Wednesday night. He was in the earth 3 days and 3 nights. You can even count this on your fingers. And if that is not true, like in Deuteronomy 18, what was prophesied by Moses, that prophet, if he had spoken anything in Jehovah's name and it did not come to pass, we should not fear him. Why? Because he would have been a false prophet. And he was that prophet. The churches have lied. And that's why Revelations 18, it says, "Come out of her, my people. Do not participate in her adulteries." The churches have all fallen away, like scripture says. They have the image made onto the beast on the building, on their altars, on their books. They teach their people to wear them around their neck, the cross, the image made onto the beast. In Revelations 13, Hosea 2:2, plead with your mother to remove the adulteries from between her breasts. Isaiah 44, the workman that stretches out his ruler, marks it with a line, makes an image of a man according to a beauty of a man. Idolatry, Christmas and Easter, Jeremiah 10, Jeremiah 4:7-44. They do exactly the opposite of what the Bible tells them not to do. Don't do Christmas and Easter. The whole reason why they were divorced and scattered to the 4 corners of the world. The sin that the northern kingdom committed. 1 John chapter 5. Do not keep yourself from idols, little children, he says. The sin unto death is idolatry. Psalms 115, 135. They make you blind and deaf. You become like them. Keep the 10 commandments and eat clean, and you'll learn to know Jehovah and his son. John 14, Acts 5:32.